Okay, today we're going to find out if TikTok, Instagram, social media sensation Sage Bender is a legit fighter, or if he's just a poser who doesn't even know an outside Ashigarami from a reverse De La Riva Berimbolo. Okay, so first things first here, let's find out who Sage Bender is. And as you can see here, he's pretty big on TikTok. He's got 378.7k followers, 12.6 million likes. I mean, that's not bad at all. He's cooler on Insta. He's the CEO of Fighting. And you can contact him here. Okay, that's all great. Since he's cooler on Insta, let's take a look at that and check out his Instagram. Now, fun fact about Sage Bender is he's actually a cowboy, and his parents were dyslexic because they spelled his name with an X instead of an A, which is really something I've never seen before, but it's really cool and it looks awesome on Instagram. So he's cooler on Instagram, but he's actually got less followers, only 155k. Like, pfft, come on, man. Seems like he likes to ride horses. He does some nogi, does some gi. He's a brown belt here. That's pretty cool. And he just looks like he's living a really fun lifestyle. He's obviously a good-looking dude, a model probably. He's doing some motocross. I saw some snowboarding earlier. And he just seems like an extreme sports kind of guy, which is, that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's the interesting stuff. We've got him with some medals here, one gold, one silver, it looks like. This appears to be an IBJJF tournament, an open, as you can see here. So it's not Worlds or anything crazy like that, but maybe Memphis International Open is what I'm seeing. So that's pretty legit. Good for him. Like, he's clearly a decent competitor, and he's getting his hand raised in the gi here, but it looks like he's wearing some no-gi stuff here. So maybe he's good at both. And that's pretty cool, but what I really want to see is some competition footage so we can actually judge his rolling and see if, he can actually defend himself, or if all these pictures are just, phony. Okay. Sage Bender Jiu-Jitsu. So yeah, I did see some of this one before, but I'm going to give you more of a raw reaction once we take a look at it. Maybe we should start off... Ooh, here's a Sub Hunter Pro match. We'll have to take a look at that one. But let's also take a look here at his TikTok compilation. This could be some good stuff right here. All right, I'm going to throw on the headphones and take a listen. Okay, so an interesting start here. I don't really know what I just watched. He was kind of just looking at the camera, but he was wearing a gi, so, jiu-jitsu.
I'm about to put y'all on because apparently half of y'all don't know this Red Bull flavor exists.
I'm more of a coffee guy myself. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Oh, Kimura Sweep. Love the Kimura Sweep. Nice.
Welcome back to Self-Defense with Sage. Today we're going to be working in position if I'm pushed on the ground and an opponent starts driving into me. I have a cross grip and a same side grip. I'm going to use this cross grip, grab the shoulder, apply pressure into his throat, create distance. I'm going to take the same side wrist and grab his arm. Now I'm going to shoot through with this, under, and grab my own wrist. This is a Kimura grip. This applies braking pressure to his shoulder. I'm going to push and pull. If he doesn't move, I'll get my break right here. If he wants to avoid breaking his shoulder, he's gonna roll. From here, I just follow, hip in, and bring this hand to the head. That applies braking pressure. Just like that, you have a Kimura. Enjoy.
Cool, so I think Sage is actually an instructor, and I'm sure he could do some pretty advanced things. He's a brown belt, so obviously he knows his stuff if he's legit. What we saw right here is a pretty simple Kimura that kind of anybody could look at and see that it's cool. You got the guy doing the whole somersault when he has to defend the Kimura, and that looks pretty cool and flashy for TikTok. So that's probably why he did a move like that. So I'm not going to judge him just off of a basic move like that right off the bat. We got to see a little bit more to tell if he actually knows his stuff. But one thing I noticed here that's kind of interesting is that it actually says Pro Jiu-Jitsu Fighter Edition. So he's considering himself a pro. I don't know if he's really competing too much on the scene. I haven't really heard of him aside from that B-Team video where he just showed up and rolled. He wasn't doing like a legit pro competition. So if he really is a pro, I'm going to need some proof. Okay, let's watch one more. Not a great dancer. Look at that hair. He's got a great head of hair. Cool transition. I'm seeing a lot of lip biting. That's usually a sign to close things off. Okay, so the TikToks aren't really my speed. Let's take a look at the rolling footage now. Okay, I think I found the sort of the start of the round here, and he's rolling with Jay Rodriguez, who's Nick Rodriguez's brother. And Sage definitely looks smaller than him here. If Jay is 88 kilograms, that's 195 pounds. I'm going to say that Sage looks maybe between 160 to 175 maybe. I don't know, I could probably look that up, but I don't really care that much. Jay's a pretty competitive blue belt, and I know that he's a wrestler at heart, so I'm not expecting Sage to get any nice takedowns on him. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of a leg entanglement here. This could be very telling. Nice little straight ankle finish for Sage there. I'm sure it's not easy to do on Jay, so that's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so he goes for an arm drag and gets taken down by Jay. Now he's in, almost on the back. Jay's got the almost whizzer, sort of drops to a leg. Now he's in on a straight ankle of his own. Sage just seems to be kind of ignoring it. That's interesting. Don't let those dance moves fool you. He's a tough dude. And it looks like he finishes the straight ankle shootout. Wow. So he's pretty technical. And I mean, he's a brown belt going up against a blue belt here. So he should be winning this, but, you know, J-Rod's a lot bigger, and he's a legit competitor, so that's not bad. Alright, let's skip through this now, because if my memory serves me, I'm pretty sure he goes up against Juni Ocasio. And Juni Ocasio is a very legit black belt, especially in the leg entanglement side of things. It looks like they're probably closer in size here, and Juni's like, I think around 145 to maybe 155 pounds max. So maybe Sage is smaller than I thought. Actually, let's look up how old he is real quick. Sage Bender age. TikTok star. This is him. February 9th, 2001. Wow, he's only 21. Interesting. I thought he was going to be older than that because he's a brown belt already. But, you know, maybe he's just been committed to it. I doubt he went to school, so he just had a lot of time to focus on grappling and training. And you know, maybe he's pretty legit. Playing reverse De La Riva. Juni being a mention, asking if the knee's alright. Just a nice guy. He knows he could just dummy this guy if he wanted to. Oh, he's going for a little side knee bar from the Reap. That's nasty right there. It's important to note too that even if Sage was a black belt here, like Juni is a different level of black belt. Like he's been a competitor for a really long time at the top of the game, competing with the very best of the best, winning major tournaments, winning major super fights. And he should be better than most people, especially in the leg side of things, because as a smaller guy, the leg entanglements are such a big thing. And he was really one of the early adopters who was winning matches this way. And he should be extremely technical and extremely advanced. And I'm not surprised at all that he is, you know, winning these exchanges. So Sage gets inside heel hook there, and you know what? He's doing the right things. He's trying to lift his hips. He's trying to escape his knee from that control that Juni had. Yeah. Okay, look, he's in on a toe hold now. He's rolling with it, staying with it. Juni, of course, amazing defenses. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to get out of this and end up on the back somehow. Okay, yeah, they just break away. Nice little attack from Sage. He's doing the right things to make me definitely inclined to believe that he's pretty legit. Probably kick my ass. We know he's injured here too, and I think he said he wasn't training too much lately, so for him to be moving this way, it's just ingrained in him the defenses and what the reactions should be. So yeah, like he's legit. In on a nice little almost back take there. That's pretty cool. Okay, he's in deep waters here. Juni's mounted. He doesn't have his back to the ground. That's always one of the best options. He's doing the phone defense, answering the phone. He's got the elbow injury. How could you submit this guy, man? He's just so cute. Okay, we're back to some rolling footage here. I don't recognize the guy he's rolling with here, but it's B Team Jiu Jitsu. Everybody there is going to be legit. They have like a strenuous process of screening who they allow in the gym to train, and of course, you know, it's attracting some of the best jiu-jitsu players in the world with Craig Jones there, Nicky Rod, Nicky Ryan, Ethan Krellinston. Everybody wants to go there. Everybody wants to feel those guys out. Gets a nice little straight ankle finish here, and now we're back on the feet. He seems to really like that straight ankle finish. For a smaller guy who's going to end up on his back a lot, you know, why wouldn't you like it? But now let's take a look at his stand-up game. He goes for that arm drag again. Ooh, little duck under. Wow, that was pretty nice. Ends up on top. Now he's passing. Ends up in a nice little leg drag there, and he seems pretty confident from here. He's even fixing his hair and doing a little cheek. Ooh, spinning to a nice little arm bar. He seems to like falling back a lot. Okay, here he is passing. Nice little shuck pass. He ends up in a north-south type of position, and this guy looks like he's trying to lock up some sort of darts from bottom. Look at him with that smug look at the camera. Oh, this looks nasty. This is like that Alexei Oleinik, like, rear naked bottom choke. Let's see what he does when he's you know, in some danger here, if he can keep his composure. Okay, he breaks the lock. He's staying on top, which is good, putting his weight on him. Flipping him up, trying to take the back, ends up in sort of a leg drag type of position, and he's back to side control. Knee on belly. What can you do to finish off the rounds? Hops in and out, sets up the arm triangle, can't finish it off.
You guys are warriors.
He's fighting with a nose ring. I've never seen people fight with a nose ring. I feel like that would be like super uncomfortable when it's pressing into you and everything. Sage don't complain. Sage is tough. Okay, now let's just skim through this video here. He will be fighting a guy named Lawson Brines, and this is back in 2019. So maybe he was purple belt back then, maybe even blue. I have no idea. Okay, so I've watched this match a little bit, and I want to take a look at a particular transition that was really, really nice. Okay, so Sage was right here in a nice De La Riva position, and he uses his right foot to push away while looping in his left foot to get that deep De La Riva grip and go to the back. He does a really beautiful transition into a baby bolo, ends up on top, moves over into the back. He doesn't quite get his body lock, but he's got two hooks in, and right away he's attacking the hands and attacking the neck. And that was just a beautiful, beautiful transition. Now he's able to maneuver his legs enough to get a body lock. It's rolled onto the wrong side, but that's okay. He's still very tight from here. And he's just right away attacking that neck, making this guy uncomfortable and trying to open up the finish. He goes on and on, switches his hands over, gets this nice rear naked choke. Is it tight enough? Can he lock it out? He's not quite under the chin, as we can see from this angle, not quite over the nose. He's right in between those two areas. If you do transition to an arm from here or something else, you could, you know, be at risk of losing it. But if you are patient and you just keep working that neck, eventually you can get it. You can see right here. Oh, he had a pretty good squeeze, but the guy got out. And I think time runs out, so that's how this match ends. Honestly, well done, Sage. Oh, the dude was bleeding and Sage wiped it up. Oh, that's unsanitary. I figure he'll get the win just based off the ending sequence here, so let's take a look at the decision. There's no sound in this video for some reason. Oh, it's a tie. Okay, so I guess it was sub only. Okay, so this was a quick look at Sage Bender, and I think in conclusion, he is legit. He's a good grappler. He isn't necessarily competing at the biggest events, and he's not super, super active, I don't think. But if you're ever scrolling through TikTok and you come across one of his instructional videos, rest assured you can listen to the information. He knows what he's talking about. I don't know if he has any interest in competing at bigger events like, you know, the ADCC trials, for example, or testing the waters at other super fights on Flow Grappling, maybe even Who's Number One. You know, for a big name guy like that, it probably wouldn't be hard for him to get on one of those shows. But even if he doesn't, I'm sure he's making a decent living being a model and social media influencer, so good for him, and keep up your training. I'm rooting for you. And honestly, I'm inspired by his TikToks, and honestly, maybe I should be trying out some of the dancing and some of the, you know, some of the lip biting stuff to see if, you know, I can blow up like that too.